Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Gorilla Blood Radio. My name is Daniel Correa, hailing from the DFW Metroplex in the great state of Texas. And always with me, Scott NDX, out in New York City. What's up, Scott?
Stop being so cheery, you bastard.
That's just me putting on a front.
Oh, good. So then we're both miserable?
Yeah, I had to sit through, 6+ hours of classes today for my credential program, so kind of.
That's it?
Aw, dude, it's painfully boring. It really is.
Yeah, I know. I did this shit already, remember?
Yeah.
A decade ago?
Yeah, it's painfully boring. I really am like, this is something I really want to do after going through all these. Plus, I still got to do all the online courses, too. I've only done maybe not even a quarter of them.
Yay!
Yeah, so you're miserable. What the hell happened? Who messed with you?
I don't want to talk about that on the air. That's not an on-air thing.
I was going to say, whose ass do we have to go kick?
Again, that is not an on-air thing.
Okay, all right. Well, happy Comic Book Day. Did you get a chance?
I wouldn't know. I stayed home.
No, I didn't go either, but I figured happy Comic Book Day.
Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday's Comic Book Day.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, comics come out on Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Uh-oh, someone's calling you.
No, that's definitely not my fucking ringtone. You know what my ringtone is. If you call me right now, you know what my ringtone is.
Ooh, let me call and see if I can hear it. I'm calling right now. I'm punching Scott's name in my phone.
Yay!
Here we go. Let's hear. It's ringing.
Cancel.
I did. I canceled. That's awesome.
Is it really that surprising that is my, ringtone?
No, it's not, but I still find that really awesome because I needed something to cheer me up like that. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it always feels good to hear that song.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, some of the people that I know in California, I guess NXT's torn down there after being in San Jose for the Payback pay-per-view. And, dude, some of the crowds for NXT are very lacking for the live shows.
As in numbers?
Yeah, it's somebody pulled up a picture. They took a picture and posted it on the group, and they're saying it's like not even 20 minutes or so till showtime was supposed to start, and the place literally looked like it was barely even a third of the way full.
Maybe they just opened the doors late?
I don't know, but I was like, interesting. Kind of reminiscent of TNA shows in California.
Maybe just California.
I don't know, dude. California, for the most part, I mean, PWG, that was...
Yeah, but PWG, hosts 700-800 people max?
Maybe, yeah, if they're lucky, I guess. I don't know. So, but they
It's not like they're selling out Budokan Hall.
Yeah, well, NXT, to be fair, when NXT is doing live shows, they do them in the smaller venues that, like, Ring of Honor would play in. And to see a picture like that of more of a not necessarily a bingo hall, but more like a smaller, moderate-sized auditorium, it's rather baffling considering how many people go and sell out the Amway Center for like WrestleMania weekend.
Or just, I don't know, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Exactly. So it's pretty crazy to hear about that stuff. But man, dude, NXT has been getting good, and it's finally nice to finally see like the legit all the women that they have on their roster.
Yeah, that Battle Royal was actually pretty good for that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I was pleasantly surprised. that WWE, for the first time in a long time, has had a women's battle royal that wasn't just throw the woman through the ropes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was it made me very, very happy to see that everybody was getting knocked over the top rope down to the floor. There's spots on the apron. I mean, it was. Do you watch it this week or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I enjoyed it greatly.
Yeah, I was very, very happy, and I kind of had a feeling that was the way it was going to end, with Asuka coming out and just causing havoc, and then it ended up being. I thought it was going to be at least a 3-way, but with Ember Moon, Asuka, and Nikki Cross. I didn't think they were going to throw Ruby Riott in there that fast.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that's going to be a battle. And that's another way for Asuka to lose the belt without having to actually lose the match. Take the pin.
I don't see what losing the match would do to her, though.
No, I'm just saying she won't have to take the pin officially, but because then Asuka could come back, and then in the title defense, somebody can actually take a walk or something if it was a heel or whatever. But
yeah, but she needs to be pinned.
I know, that's why I'm kind of hoping that it happens in the rematch. So then you pin Asuka and it's definitive, and then, okay, she moves up to the main roster.
I'm hoping it's Nikki Cross.
Part of me is too. As much as I like Ember Moon, I really... I can't get Nikki Cross's voice out of my head from the one time she took the microphone. Well, she didn't even take the microphone. She walked over and leaned over the ring announcer's lap and just started asking, Ruby, Ruby, with her accent and everything. I was like, wow, that's kind of haunting.
That was also kind of hot.
Oh, man. And even at the end of that match, Asuka beat the ever-living crap out of everybody. And Ember Moon's out on the floor writhing in pain. Nikki Cross goes to roll out of the ring, and what'd she do? She looks
laughing at her.
She looks down at Ember and starts pointing and laughing while she's in pain herself. That was the fucking greatest thing. Oh man, that was so good. So what did you think of Payback? I think it was a hot load of garbage.
I think you're thinking it's worse than I was thinking it was, but I honestly can't remember anything from it.
Yeah, let me bring up the results so I can run through it.
Oh, wait, I do remember one thing happened. Alexa Bliss won the title, and I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen because at least with the women on the main roster, when they have a homecoming, whoever has the homecoming loses.
Yeah, but I don't think it was just only that. Alexa Bliss has been pushed like a beast. Okay?
Oh yeah.
She's been like SmackDown's answer to Charlotte when it comes to being booked as a top dog.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Not nearly as well as Charlotte, beating everyone, but she's pretty much beat everyone.
Yeah. We got let's see, Enzo and Big Cass defeated Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, I still haven't even seen that. Like the pay-per-view started for me, and now granted, I already started. Like I didn't start watching until like 8:30, 9 o'clock because I was dozing off. So I was able to backtrack only to Finn Balor kicking the Miz's ass. And where was this Finn Balor for like the 2.5 years he was in NXT?
I don't know.
Like, where did this character come from? Where did this charisma come from? But he didn't fucking have this playing with Legos.
Oh, man.
But seriously, I like what they're doing with Finn right now, character-wise at least. It's something more than just, I put makeup on.
Well, the whole show again, like I said, it was just, I don't know, man. I wasn't.
There were some enjoyable matches out of it. Well, it's not like something you go home and
let me put it this way: it basically went downhill after the women's match. Like the main events and stuff were just terrible. Like it literally.
Usual.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it was pretty damn sad.
Well, you gotta remind me exactly what happened on the card because I don't remember much of anything.
I'm trying to find something here too, and I'll bring it up later. So Enzo and Big Cass beat Gallows and Anderson. Jericho won over Owens to win the United States title and go to SmackDown.
It was an okay match. I didn't really. I mean, it was a fine wrestling match.
It's a good way to kick off the show.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't want Jericho to win. You know, I guess just to make it less obvious that he was fucking leaving, even though we all knew. You might as well just make it obvious. Let him destroy him on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Jericho does not need to be on SmackDown when he comes back.
Yeah.
He already put Raw on SmackDown.
Yeah, well, yeah, so Jericho, yeah, he dropped it already. I mean, so he's gone. He's on his tour. And I think he shaved his head. I could have swore I saw a picture today that showed Jericho shaved his head.
What?
I don't know. I mean, just have it short, like really freaking short, because they're going on tour. I don't know, because he may not get a haircut for another, I don't know, 2 months. I don't know. No idea. Let's see. We had Neville being the heel champion and getting disqualified against Aries.
I enjoyed that ending.
Yeah, no, it works. We had the Hardy.
If you're gonna do a dusty finish, you know.
Yeah, why not? We had the Hardy Boys successfully defend against Cesaro and Sheamus, followed by the great motherfucking heel turn by Cesaro, specifically.
Heel turn that made sense.
Yeah, I was, as soon as I saw them shake hands, I'm like, okay, now. Like
how
now.
much are they gonna fucking destroy them, right?
Yeah, I was just waiting for it, like while they were in the ring, and then all of a sudden they go off screen, and I'm like, damn, that's a missed opportunity. Holy shit, yes! Oh, I was so happy.
It was a feel-good heel turn.
Yeah.
All the ones that you were just sitting there like, damn, you needed that.
Yeah, no.
I like how Sheamus is like next on the show afterwards, talking smack, or a version of it, you know, Raw Talk, whatever the fuck it's called. And just like pretty much like, I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
You know, I've been trying to do what's his arm. I've been waiting for him to see it my way.
Yeah.
It was like,
it's
nothing logical.
It's funny because
that doesn't work.
It's funny because almost the same commentary has been said by Corey Graves on commentary for Raw or 205 Live with Neville. Corey said, I've been waiting to see this side of Neville for years. We were tag team champions together, and he never got this way, ever. I love that they're finally doing that, and they're bringing shit up. I think that's kind of awesome.
I also like the fact that, Neville finally actually has a character, and it's a bad guy. Who fucking knew?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So really, those 3 matches right there on the good to above average good side, like.
I would give him 3 or 4s.
Yeah.
If I was doing that stupid number shit.
Yeah. So, and then Alexa Bliss and Bayley, again, very, very logical in their match the way it was. I mean, Bayley again, couple times. Dude, Alexa in general is one of those people who actually does ring psychology. If somebody hits their shoulder on the post or on the turnbuckle or whatever, she's one of the few people that actually goes after it, unless it's Charlotte in the leg, only for the figure 4. But Alexa's been doing that a lot more lately, which is kind of awesome because you start to lose psychology when, like, hey, if somebody heard something, start attacking that, and maybe, hey, pull out, like, I don't know.
Random submission.
Exactly. So, but Alexa Bliss is now your goddess of the Raw women's division.
Damn right she is.
Dude, that Raw coronation thing was kind of funny.
I just love the way how she backed up into
Nia. Yeah.
Nia, just like, you're cool, you're awesome. Everyone's afraid of you. I like you.
Yeah.
Nia's like, yeah, you better.
Yeah, I gotta see if I could find Alexa Bliss's Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, Instagram. She did a picture today. Let me see if I can find it now. Where basically her and Nia Jax recreated the. Let's see if I can get it to. Okay, damn it. Come on, I'm trying to get this print screen so I can send.
I'm so glad he is, on top of these things.
I thought this was kind of funny. I don't know why I found that so funny. It's basically they recreated the cover from this crappy Disney movie called Life Size, where Lindsay Lohan's little Barbie doll of Tyra Banks grew up to actually be Tyra Banks. I don't know why I found that so goddamn funny.
Okay, that is cute.
I thought that was kind of fucking awesome.
I do like the fact that Nia Jax figured out already. That's great for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Alexa Bliss have one?
I don't think so yet.
Well, she should come with 2 fucking titles.
Yeah, that needs to change. And then we had the House of Horrors.
The only figure that would be smaller than her would be a Hornswoggle figure.
That's awesome. Or maybe Dink the Clown. But,
have they made a Dink figure?
Probably with a Doink, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. At least one.
I don't remember, man. You'd think I'd remember something like that.
Yeah, so. But yeah, then we had the infamous House of Horrors match, which is... So... Okay. I'm trying to find this again because I really I think I found it.
Oh, did you see the houses for sale? $36,000.
That's exactly what I'm looking up right now. I didn't know if you saw that or if I sent it to you or not. I thought
I saw it, and I just love the fact that it's only $36,000. It's a fixer-upper. No, it's a tear-downer.
No, that's one of those houses that you would buy like for pennies on the dollar. And I would negotiate that shit down to like maybe 15 grand and put like 150 grand in it, and that would be perfect. But oh my god, man, it's funny. And of all things, so Payback took place in San Jose, California. Okay, the house is like from like Virginia or Tennessee or some shit. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Richmond, Missouri. Okay, I knew it was somewhere more into the east. Yeah, Richmond, Missouri is where the house was. So obviously it was taped, and they drove all the way across the country in 20 fucking minutes. They must have used
really good limo driver.
That or van.
Let's be honest, Brad Dourdan's that much more impressive because he's just hanging on to the bottom of the carriage of the limo as he drove.
Yeah, like some Sideshow Bob shit.
Exactly, man. But he didn't have a strap to hold him on.
Yeah,
he just used pure anger.
Either that or it was Vanguard 1 being borrowed from the Hardys to like beam him there.
Or, it was just pre-taped and they played it over the screen. And then the guy sitting in the back getting gussied up to come back outside. And then, have an even shittier portion of the match.
Well, and the funniest part about it is when they come back and they show the limo pull in, the cameramen do their best to not show the entrance door where the limo is coming in, where it's still daylight in San Jose, California. After showing them beating the crap out of each other at night.
Remember, they were in Missouri. Missouri is still dark.
Oh, God. It was honestly, the match was just a load of crap. I would have rather seen them do a boiler room brawl or something in San Jose. That would have been much.
Something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
And Bray gets the win with a little help from the I don't know what to call them, the India Express or whatever the hell. You can't call them the Bollywood Boys anymore, and Jinder Mahal. I mean, it's just, they even changed their last name. They're calling them the Singh brothers now instead of the Sira brothers.
Yeah.
And so, but
they're getting more of a push than other people are.
That is true. And they're the fucking edgeheads. Ride the coattails.
What do you call them? Oh God, like the Kinder eggs? Did the Ginger eggs?
Oh man.
Yes, that just happened.
I'm trying. Yeah, now I'm like, now you got me thinking. I'm trying to come up with something, and I'm like, God damn it, this could derail the whole show. Because my brain is trying to think of. Uh, can't call them the genderettes because that's sexist.
Yeah, they don't look that good.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so they're really hyping this Jinder Mahal Randy Orton feud, which again,
And you know what the whole point is? He's going to take the title off Ron just so he loses it to my hero,
Rusev.
Yes.
That would be awesome. Yeah, Rusev basically has done video packages saying he refuses to go over to SmackDown until he gets a title shot. So, I think that's kind of awesome.
And yet Lana's doing packages like, I'm going to dance for you. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. It's I don't know what they're doing. From what I've seen, I guess there's some like female valet on live shows that's come out with Lana, and I'm like, what? That's a lot.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
no comprende.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Alright, so what else happened on the shit show of a pay-per-view where the world title wasn't defended?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen Rock since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because who wants to see your world champion?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had Seth Rollins beating Samoa Joe.
That was an okay match.
Yeah. And then Braun Strowman finally beat Roman Reigns clean. That's a positive. The match itself was just
Because it's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but I'm glad Braun Strowman beat him clean finally. And
I don't know why I like Braun Strowman so much.
was it? I can't remember if
You
it.
should hate him because he's pretty lackluster in the ring at times.
No, he
He
is.
can move, but he's not like, Samoa Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just it's funny how that is. But like even to a point, I think it might have been our buddy the Boobs Harry, who said go back and watch at the very end as Roman's kind of being helped out, and he has that moment like in like coming up in the back or somewhere as they're escorting him out, and like you can blatantly see the referee like take the blood pack back from Roman after he pops it in his mouth or some shit. I'm like, oh, good lord, here we go again with all this crap. So,
Whatever happened to wrestlers biting their tongues?
or like I don't know, like actually blade your head once in a while. I mean, I know it's not kosher anymore, but still.
I still think every once in a while you need to bleed.
I do too. I mean, so just with certain feuds like this, I mean, obviously they thought it needed blood, but they decided to do the blood pack instead. Just to show, I guess, more internal injuries, which I guess makes sense. But when, guys are punching each other in the face, come on, somebody's bound to bleed. I mean, for the love of God, we saw just earlier in the show, Hardy Boys getting taken on Cesaro and Sheamus. Sheamus freaking kicked Jeff Hardy in the face, soccer style, and kicked
Got knocked out a fucking
It
tooth.
was fucking
And
gross.
Matt Hardy started bleeding under the eye at one point.
Yeah, and
Like, they just stiffed the fuck out of each other that whole match, and it made that much better.
yeah,
I
and
simply I'm saying this, but I really enjoyed a Hardy Boys match.
yeah, and then if you watched Monday night, Finn Balor in the match with Rollins and the Miz, he wound up. I don't know if he kicked or something to the Miz or Rollins, and without skipping a beat, Corey Graves goes, "Man, them Irish men are getting really hardcore into dentistry." I was like, God damn, man, that's awesome.
Well, Corey Graves is quick on his feet when it comes to everything.
Dude, that guy is amazing. He's the next Bobby. He's the next Jesse. I mean, really, he's going to go down in history as one of the best. I really feel that.
Yeah, he's definitely, and I think he works really well with Cole.
Yeah, shockingly. Cole, in my opinion, you could tell Cole has mellowed out. And you can tell he's having more fun with Corey there. And even on the UK tournament, you could tell he was having fun with Nigel.
Well, Well, he's been saying he's wanted to work with Nigel for years.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect. Even if to a point where if you moved Nigel up and put him with Cole and just have a 2-man booth, and you move Corey to SmackDown with Tom Phillips, you could.
Oh God,
dude! The only thing you'd have to do from there is figure out a new crew for NXT, because you can get rid of Otunga from the broadcast booth. You can get rid of JBL, which, by the way, I know you don't watch TNA consistently at all. and
I don't even have cable anymore.
Yeah.
I don't watch television at all.
But
Although I occasionally check Hulu for, catching up on a few things, but then again, they're not on yet, so I have to wait a while.
Yeah. But
so I have to wait till season 3 of iZombie to end to watch season 3 of iZombie.
That's weak.
When that happens, I will marathon the fuck out of it.
Yeah. But TNA, not this week, but the week before, they had Jeremy Borash got removed because in the previous week he punched Josh Matthews in the face finally.
Because, he absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, well, Josh Matthews, not this week's show, but the week before, he comes out with basically Scott D'Amore and one of the other guys, and had a note from TNA management that basically says JB's going to be suspended because he put his hands on another coworker. And in the process, they said, and Josh Matthews in his smarmy ass commentary in the process goes, "This company doesn't tolerate people, JB loser." A straight up shot across the bow at JBL.
Because that's what they really need to do right
now. I saw that. I was like, hey, that was kind of nice. So that was kind of funny. I just figured I'd bring that up. Where was I at? I can't remember where the freaking hell we were at.
We were talking about how awesome Irish dentistry is.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, but I mean, even to a point where like there are some good moments on Raw. I think they had like their worst fucking showing. Let me see if I can find the ratings again. But I want to say I heard something or read something on one of the dirt sheets of Raw lowest rating in like 2+ years, something like that, and I can believe it. Let's see, Raw lowest rating ever. No. Let's do lowest rating 2017. I don't know if this is going to be fruitful or nothing. Let's see. Where am I?
I have a feeling you're looking for shit that don't need to be looked at.
Probably not, but for me, it was one of those things where when I saw it the other day, I was just like, wait, what? Yeah, 4-month low. Raw rating hit a 4-month low. They only got 2.87 million viewers. What is it? Monday, they said Raw's dipped to lowest point since the beginning of January. Monday's episode. Here's where they are, okay? In the 18 to 49 demographic, okay? The main major demographic, 1.01, 2.87 million viewers total overall.
They're not, we're not the main demographic anymore.
No, well, 18 to 49. So I'm like looking at that going, but no, here's the thing. How many people over the years would say, oh my God, TNA sucks, they're only pulling in a 1? I'm just saying, man, that to me, that's crazy. Like, they legitimately, for the first hour, they pulled the 1. The 9 p.m. hour, they pulled a 1.06. And for the 10, they pulled a 0.96.
Overall? That's like their total, or is that just for the demographic?
That's for the demo, for the 18 to 49 demo, which is
Alright, so what was the full, number, though?
I wish I had that, because that one is for the main demo.
That's skewed,
Still.
If you're going by one demographic, it's skewed.
But that's the main...
Look, I'm sorry, I don't count anymore because I have to watch this shit online 2 hours later.
That's true, I guess. Let's see. Let me see if this one has it. main demo. Not just the main demo, but the actual. Let's see. No, it's saying the same thing. Damn. So maybe when I read that, I might have read one of them that just said that was the low rating, and then the other one that I found just now had it says the demo. Let's see. No, that's February. What'd you find? What'd you send to me? Uh oh. It's Nikki Cross going from laughing and smiling to psycho bitch.
I'm telling you, she puts the crazy hot in the crazy hot.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So okay. So that was the main whatever the demo. April 25th was I found another one that says April 25th article. So Monday Night Raw before April the 25th would have been April 24th. I didn't know if it was the day before or whatnot. 3.07 million viewers total, which was down from the previous week of 3.34. Raw back on January 9th at 2.9. So I mean, it's getting worse, man. That's sad. So
bad wrestling is bad wrestling, and people are gonna not watch it.
So I mean, it's funny to see that it's finally affecting WWE, because beforehand it was still they were always averaging in the mid 2s to a 3 or low 3s. Now it's finally hitting them, dude, which is kind of crazy. So, and yet there'll still be people out there that will.
Yeah, us.
I mean, I'll watch it. I don't care. I'm gonna watch it all the time. It's my thing. I don't watch it live anymore because I have class on Monday nights, but at least for the next 2 Mondays, I think.
Yeah, I don't watch it live anymore either because cable.
Yeah.
Television.
Honestly, the only reason why I have cable is because the apartment complex provides it. That's the only reason why. It's free. Well, it's not free. It's included in your rent, which is stupid.
I do miss certain shows. I liked watching Elementary. I liked watching Law and Order. There's a few shows on, what's it? You know what I really miss watching? The news.
Yeah, I can care less.
No, see, when I go to bed at 6 in the morning on a weekday, from 4 to 6, I would watch Channel 2 News from 4 to 5, and then from 5 to 6, I'd watch Channel 11 News. So I feel like I'm still up to date on things. Now I don't know any fucking thing that's going on in this country, The president could have been shot, and I would not fucking know.
Well, I'm sure with the internet.
Not right away.
The advent of the internet, I think you do good.
Eventually.
Yeah, so.
Right now, I just feel like I'm ass backwards and nowhere near where I should be when it comes to this shit. In the end, though, I'm not missing it too much. I mean, I'm sure I can find reruns of Judge Judy online somewhere.
Well, the one thing that you should check on, some shows, depending on what network you watch, like Fox, some of the Fox shows, they'll put up there like the next day.
Yeah, I should take a look on Fox. I don't mind sitting there watching some commercials. I just need to get a television in my bedroom that isn't 25 years old, so I can, transfer that shit and do like a dual screen thing.
That'd be cool.
And watch it, let my computer do the shit, and I can do one thing on my computer, like draw or something, and watch the other thing on my television.
Yeah.
That's not my computer.
It definitely, honestly, that's the one thing for me. Most of the time, like, we have Brian and I here, have the standard issue cable box from the cable company, damn Spectrum. But
oh shit, have you, speaking of, I see a letter in my lobby today saying that Spectrum's, workers are on strike in the neighborhood.
Oh.
The technicians are on strike, and they're hiring outside contractors to do the job.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and apparently the Attorney General is getting involved, saying that Spectrum's not providing the information that they're saying they're providing,
Interesting.
Yeah!
So, but but the Spectrum box that we got here is just the basic box, no DVR, no barely anything. I mean, I'm glad we have on demand on it, but most of the time I can watch the stuff from on demand somewhere online, or I'm streaming. I got the one of the Google Chromecast built into the TV, so I can like beam stuff from my computer to phone directly to the TV. So I'm usually watching that, watching YouTube or watching Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
I need Netflix.
Netflix is okay. It's not great. I'm more of a TV person than a movie person. It might be better for you in some cases, but I haven't really checked it too much in the past few weeks.
No, I use it to catch up on some television shows I need to catch up on. I think they have on there too.
Yeah, there are some things that are on both. I mean, like there are more TV shows, like current TV shows on Hulu for sure. If you want to go back and watch, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some shows that are on Netflix that I haven't seen in a while. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is anime. Hulu's got a better anime selection, and on top of that, Crunchyroll obviously has everything, because sometimes you get that like the week it comes out in Japan. So Crunchyroll is absolutely the best for anime by far. The only thing is with Hulu compared to Netflix, Hulu has more dubbed anime if you don't like reading subtitles. So that's the main difference. That's what I've been noticing, because I saw an article saying, oh, Netflix is gonna have Attack on Titan dubbed and One Punch Man dubbed and whatnot, and they're still not on there. So, but the Attack on Titan one is dubbed on Hulu. So, but yeah, Hulu, like I said, is more so for TV watching than anything else. They have stuff from Fox, from NBC, CBS. There's a bunch of stuff on there. Like I'm watching old episodes of Survivor.
I'm sorry,
dude. That's what I use to fall asleep. I turn it on, leave it in the background. I start to doze as I'm watching it. It's good. It's better than turning on like an NXT show that I want to watch and I fall asleep, because that always happens. It pisses me off. Anytime I turn on a wrestling thing on the network that I want to watch, I fall asleep. If I just turn it on to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to turn this on so I can fall asleep, I end up watching like WCW Greed or some shit. And I'm like, why can't I fall asleep? I'm tormenting myself with this on.
No, it's your fault.
So,
who's to blame for that?
My stupid brain not shutting off.
Well, your body's not used to going to bed at, human hours.
Yeah, it just depends. Some days it's better than others. Especially now that I've been consistently having to wake up at like 7 o'clock to get ready for work and stuff. But yeah, that's like 2 more weeks, and then I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do here for a summer job. So.
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah, I got to figure that out, like PDQ. So it's just going to be a fun thing to do. I may have to just go get a job at a supermarket or something just to tide me over till the school year starts again.
That sounds horrible.
I know, it sucks. Part of me is like, I want to start at like a YouTube channel and start making videos and try to monetize like all these cool people do. I swear to God, I sound like I'm like trying to be like an 18-year-old kid thinking, yeah, let's do it. But I'm like, God damn it. I watch too much YouTube, and I'm like looking at that going, God damn it. Like, I could do that shit. So.
Well, there's a guy out there named Ashes in his 40s who's doing this shit, making money off of YouTube.
What kind of videos does he make?
About stupid shit he gets from a place called Poundland, which is, the British equivalent of a Dollar Tree.
Oh, what? Interesting.
Some stuff. There's a lot of different things that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I see people all the time on YouTube doing like I mean, playing video games, I've done that before. I've done the streaming stuff, but I don't stream consistently enough because I don't play games enough. I've seen people do like I like watching some of the things from like variant comics and stuff like that. They do like histories of like certain characters. Like they just did one that was like the history of Star-Lord. And his background, and then they give you reading material to go back and read the comics, like the first appearance of kind of stuff, which is kind of neat. I kind of like that history of pop culture type of thing. So like I'm kind of like, maybe I should do something like that. And I mean, some people even do like unboxing. Like they buy a loot crate and they videotape themselves unboxing it.
He does that too. He makes fun of them because most of them he considers shit.
Yeah, it's just funny. I'm like looking at that, and I mean, then there's the obvious like hot chick being a hot chick, and people like give her a million clicks. I'm like, Jesus Christ, people! Like,
yeah. Oh my God, they actually have Disney is actually putting out cassettes.
What?
Cassettes for Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
What?
Music cassettes.
Why?
I didn't know this was a thing that was coming back like VHS was. Like Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Mix Volume 1 cassette, which is only $9 because it has 12 songs on it. It's from the cartoon Guardians of the Galaxy, which is actually absolute shit. But it's got songs Hooked on a Feeling, Rocky Mountain Way, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, Drift Away, So You Are a Star, Boys Are Back in Town, Walk Away, Funk Number 49, Shake Your Groove Thing, I Will Survive, Funk, and Joy to the World.
Dude, that's cool.
That's a fucking fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah, it is. Man, I honestly, it's funny because I'm sitting there thinking, I don't think I still have a legit like boombox, but I don't think it has a cassette deck on it. I think it only has the CD player.
I think I still have a Walkman. I have to tape the batteries into it, but I got a legit old school
Dude, that's
Walkman that
awesome.
still works.
That's so awesome.
Because I still got some tapes that still fucking work, you know? This is almost tempting to buy these just for stupid nostalgia purposes.
Yeah. Wow.
I know LPs have become a major thing again.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh my God, they have a version of the Awesome Mix Volume 1 on cassette for $9, where the outside label looks like an old school handwritten label.
That's so cool.
Let me see if I can. Let's see if this works.
I could have sworn.
I would buy the shit out of that just because of how awesome that is.
That's so funny.
Look, you see that?
Oh my God, that's so cool. Dude, that is the shit. That's so funny. I love it. That is so cool. Because I've seen people were getting like giveaways. They were doing like a giveaway thing. Like if you pre-ordered and went on like the first showing at some theaters, they gave you what looked like a tape. I didn't think it was a real tape. I thought it was just a novelty little like case with something in it to make it look like it was a tape.
Oh man, I seriously want to get this. Plus, I get 50 Disney Movie Reward points out of it if I bought it too.
Nice.
I just love the idea of this. This is just cool, man.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, it's one of those things where if you go back into the olden days, the quality of music was better on the older medium. Now, I mean, people you can say all you want. There's just something, I mean, about listening to music from back in the day. It just sounded better to me, at least.
You know what I miss? The sound of a cassette rewinding.
Yeah.
Or a VHS rewinding.
Yeah.
And then that click and you know it's done.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because somebody was talking about 8-track players, and I mentioned that my uncle has like a setup in his garage because he does a lot of work in his garage, and it's all old school. He's got a turntable, he's got an 8-track player, he's got cassette decks, he's got everything in there, and it's so cool to see because not many people. I mean, I've seen 8-track players in person before that, but it's just
8-tracks.
It's so cool to see, man. It's so cool. So.
Yeah, I won't lie. I used to have 8-tracks, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, that same uncle was the first one who ever introduced me to a Laserdisc player. He was super into like vintage electronics, man.
You know, I almost bought a Laserdisc set once. It was just for the covers, Terminator 2.
Nice. The first one I ever.
It looked really cool, but it was just too expensive to technically own.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed at that. And I was just like, it's not worth buying for $10. Use at the Salvation Army just so I put it on a shelf and never do anything with.
Yeah. The first
$5
one.
I might have bit the,
Yeah, that's not bad. The first one I ever watched was Jurassic Park. And
I've never watched the Laserdisc.
It was high quality at the time. Now it don't look right, but at the time it was high quality. And
what do you mean it don't look right? Just because it's a giant record-size CD?
No, you can tell. It's just, I mean, everything is still just back on the. It's not digital officially. So I mean, it does look a little like grainy compared to what you see now.
So, like a VHS.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So there's I still prefer standard def over HD. Even though most of the shit that I buy these days are Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much cheaper than DVDs.
Especially if you buy them on the first week.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that they're easier to get and they're cheaper. But there's something about, what I miss, honestly, the most about watching VHS was hitting the tracking button.
So the focus, puts the focus in there.
It's not really a focus. What it is, it's static. For those who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, because Daniel and I are fucking ancient.
Yeah, ancient in our early...
technological standards.
Ancient in our early 30s.
By technology, we're about 192.
Yeah.
Considering what we're talking about.
Dog years, that was what make us...
VCRs were machines that just played VHS cassettes, They didn't have a DVD player there next to them, so you have both because you're still converting your stuff over. No, they had a giant-ass remote, had like 14 buttons on it. One of them said TRK up and TRK down.
Mm-hmm.
These were your tracking buttons. Now, it's important to know that these are probably the most important buttons on the remote. Because you can put in any VHS you want. That wasn't the Betamax. Fuck you, Betamax. You can put in any video cassette that you want. Whether it's one that you made yourself, one that came in a little giant video cassette because it was one of those little tiny ones that you made with a home camera, or something you spend $30 in a store where now you can get it for 99 cents at the Salvation Army.
Mm-hmm.
You had to set the tracking. You play it, you wait to see what happens, then you see, are there lines on top, are there lines at the bottom, are there lines in the middle, is the whole fucking thing fucked right now. Then you press the button. You press it once or twice to see which direction it goes in. Oh, you press up, it's going down, so that's the way you want it to go. Perfect, blah, 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 blah. It's not working, you just hold the button down and let it do its job. And the tracking will just keep scrolling until it fixes the video cassette, or you need a new video cassette.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is a story of tracking.
Yeah. Oh, and the funny part is when tapes got eaten and you had to get the mess out from inside the VCR.
Oh God!
It was torture, dude, because it was like you had lost a best friend if it was a really good tape.
Oh man, it was no. Why? You just pull it out and you just...
Yeah.
And it's just like, you fucker, you ate my tape! And you start hitting the machine. And they were built really well back then.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of VCRs took a lot of abuse.
Oh, yeah. Everything, dude. It's so funny, because now, you freaking... You drop a freaking DVD cover on the freaking DVD players and they end up breaking. Or...
my DVD player is already broken, so I've been beating the crap out of it violently.
Oh, man.
When it doesn't want to play something for me. I updated it recently. I'm like, oh, hey, two of my Blu-rays work. Then it didn't work again.
Yeah.
Like, you cocksucker. But it's been working on and off since I updated it, but I haven't tried any DVDs yet. I've only tried Blu-rays.
Yeah. Well, you know what I just thought of too afterwards after saying that thing about eating the tape, cassette tapes and having to find a trusty pencil.
Yeah, but at least when they came loose, they were easy to fix. You can't fix a VHS like that.
No, not at all.
You can try to fix VHS like that, but the magnetic strip that was the VHS, information got completely fucked that one little bit.
Yeah.
There's a couple of seconds in that scene you'll never see again.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was funny, man. That's good memories. I mean, even to the point where you go to the Nintendo, like seriously, like just trying to get the damn cartridge to work was half of the battle with the Nintendo. Which is funny because if you actually look on the back of the cartridge, it actually says "Do not blow into this cartridge" and "Do not blow into the machine" on the back of the machine.
Yeah, and guess what? That's how you fucking made it work.
Yeah, because just the pins were ever so slightly off, and there was dust in there or whatever. Yeah, it was funny. Like I've seen a video on YouTube about that, and the kids are like trying to figure out how it works and shit. And every Nintendo was slightly different. Some of the Nintendos worked perfectly fine the normal way. My Nintendo, I had the gray brick, the gray box. But mine, when you put the cartridge in just straight in and then pushed it down, it never worked. Like never.
Did you have to wiggle it every once in a while?
No, mine was instead of pushing it in all the way, as you were getting just to the lip where it goes down, like you could push down, you literally had to push down on the cartridge so it was like scraping that lip and then went in.
What?
It was really weird. Like I legitimately had to be pushing down on the cartridge while it was just being slid into the slot, so that the second it broke it got past the lip of the cartridge, it went down and in. And it worked 90% of the time. It was really odd. I mean, I've seen people who had the toaster one, the one that you put right in on top. That was like almost like trying to replicate the original Famicom. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Super Nintendo because you push it in the top, you jostled it a little if it wasn't work.
Yeah, the Super Nintendo wasn't bad. My neighbor had one. He never.
The eject button was great for it because you just slid it up, you hit it, then you slammed
the button in the middle.
Down.
Yeah, you get the button in the middle, pop it up.
And then usually that's when it would work. Or you just blew into it.
Yeah.
I still do it with my Game Boy games. You can't do that with the fucking, chips that come for the DS, but.
Yeah, well, and, God, man, it's so funny thinking about vintage stuff like this, because, I mean, I had a Genesis, and I never had problems with any of the Genesis cartridges, like, ever. Yeah, PlayStation 1, the only ones that I ever had a problem with was, when I eventually later on, when I started using like the Game Shark stuff and me trying to do some things that I probably shouldn't have been doing because
I missed the game.
I modified my fucking PlayStation, so I was trying to play like copied games and shit back when.
And for anyone who had the old cartridge days, they had something called the Game Genie.
Oh, dude, that was so much fun.
I remember the Game Genie for the Game Boy made the thing like 1.5 times its weight.
Oh, gosh.
Because the thing itself was just so fucking huge. To make sure the technology was available so you could bypass the game system and add all the codes, it gives you like the extra lives and all that stuff and the never ending, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
Which is hilarious because nowadays, if you try to mod a game like how the Game Genie basically did, if you play online, you're getting banned now. Like, you cannot. There's certain games that still allow it. I mean, you've seen stuff from Fallout and stuff like that, and some of those other games where they modded some of the characters to like look like Macho Man Randy Savage, or anytime you shoot a bazooka, it plays John Cena's theme song or some shit.
Yeah, I'll have to take your word on it.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, like nowadays you can't mod anything without. I mean, because of internet connectivity, they can basically track everything that you do with those systems.
But I mean, but what happened to being fun?
Well, I don't understand. Like to a point where I buy the game, I buy the system. If I want to modify, if I'm not hurting anybody, if you don't go online to play multiplayer and you're cheating online, I can understand if you're cheating online. That's perfectly fine. Ban them from playing online for that game for whatever, and 3 strikes you're out kind of crap. But if I'm modding something, it's like to a point now. You got phones that are you've heard about the jailbreaking your phone, so you can take it to any network or whatnot after you've already paid for it, right?
Yes.
Basically, that's what what people want to do more so with their PlayStation. But the second you do it, it voids the warranty. Well, the warranties don't last for that long anyway. But after you do modify it, as long as you're using their internet services, they can still track exactly what you do, and they can see that there's some irregularities with the system itself when you're logged in. So then they'll freaking ban you for life from online play. Now that's happened before with certain people, which is bullshit.
Well, it's a good thing I don't, play online anything.
Well, even to a point, like even with Nintendo. Here's the funny one. I heard about this the other day. Mario Maker is like huge still, even though the Switch just came out and the Wii U Mario Maker. I have it. I love it.
That's a question. Do you know anyone who has a Wii that they don't want anymore?
I have one, but I don't have controllers for it because my nephew stole them.
I only need the Wii itself because I need to replace the one. I'd like to replace the one from work because it broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll talk.
I got controllers.
Yeah, we'll talk after. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or if anyone else wants to donate to a school a used Wii who's listening to this program, Aaron.
The one person, Harry.
Okay, the 2 people. So if y'all got Wii's to donate, please donate.
Yeah, we'll talk afterwards. Yeah, because I might be able to swing something like that. But yeah, man, the what was it? The Wii U game, okay, Mario Maker. Every game, there's people always finding glitches. Even after, Nintendo is a lot better because they usually don't release games with so much like downloadable content that you have to pay for. But there's always glitches, and especially on a game like Mario Maker where creativity is key, people find shit all the time that the programmers missed. Well, one guy had his whole account, every single one of the levels he made, deleted because in a couple of the levels he exploited glitches in the code. And used it to his advantage to do something with Mario that's like the physics of the game isn't supposed to allow, and it would like shoot him from the bottom of the screen almost immediately to the top of the screen or whatever like that, and all of his levels got deleted. And I'm like, then patch the game, delete that level, and send him a message saying, hey, this is the reason why, and be done with it. But Nintendo has a tendency to be fucking Nazis when people exploit their issues, their bugs, and they basically are like, they want to show their muscle sometimes and be like, we can do no wrong. It's like, what the fuck? So
yeah, sounds about right with them.
I don't know, but yeah. But if you haven't played Mario Maker yet, I highly suggest you get an opportunity to play it. It's fun.
Yeah, because I have, a Wii U or whatever.
Well, I don't know if you know somebody, maybe, but
no.
Oh. Well, you know me, so you'll get a chance to play if you ever come visit.
Because that's gonna happen soon.
Maybe, you never know.
Oh, that's true.
So, dude, I just saw something very, very awesome, and I'm super happy. So I coached at the high school, coached badminton at the high school before I moved out here to Texas.
Won't shut up about it.
Yeah, no, I love my kids.
Yes, I know.
I love my kids. I miss them. But today they had their conference tournament. This morning, all day basically, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 made it to the North Coast section tournament next weekend, which is awesome. I just found out about that. So
8 out of how many?
They usually get, was it 1, 2? I'm trying to think in my head. I think about. Out of this, I think there's only 14 kids that get to play in that tournament, and 8 of them qualified, which is really awesome. Yeah, they had one guys doubles team, the 2 girls doubles entries, and then the 2 girls singles entries. So they technically get a total of they get a total of 10 entries, 2 in each category. So boys, girls singles, boys and girls doubles, mixed doubles. So it's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, yeah, 16, and then 2 in each. Yeah, so 16. So half the kids made it, which is amazing considering how good the competition is normally. So it's kind of that's kind of awesome. And some of them it's like their last year. And some of them are underclassmen, literally just some of them playing for the first time in the tournament. Like one of the names I don't recognize, so it must have been somebody who just joined up this year. So congratulations to them. I'm super happy for them. I miss them. I miss doing that. As much as I enjoy being out here, it's one of those things. My thoughts always go back to how they're doing in their school year stuff. So,
mazel tov for them.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh man. So no free comic book day for you. You were working today, weren't you? Yeah.
It was more just also I didn't feel like getting up early and heading over to the shop where I know it's going to be extremely crowded. Plus, they only allow 2 free comic books.
What?
They limited only 2, and I'm like,
that's bunk.
Even last year, I didn't get any free comic books. I actually spent $130.
Oh, jeez.
Which I would have been fine spending money today. I love going through because they have great sales today. It just didn't, intrigue me enough to go this year.
Yeah. Makes sense, I guess. But
I kind of wanted to, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, you know what? What was it? The comic book shop here. I don't know if it was today. Might have been today. They were supposed to be doing a blood drive at the comic book store.
That's cool.
Yeah, Gen X Comics. And what they did was they gave an incentive to the first 25 people to donate blood. You had to show up. It was all walk-in, so you had to show up early. And it was like, I think they were going to give everybody like. And the first 25 that come in got either a free pop or a free $10 credit or something like that.
I'll take the credit.
Yeah, you can buy whatever the hell you want with it because their pops are. I want to say their pops are like just about $11. So at least the regular base model pop, not the vehicles or anything like that. It's funny because some places pops usually range from about $8.99 to about just the basic person pop like maybe $12.
15 for like special editions at Hot Topic. Normally they're $12.50 each, but you usually wait till they're on sale to buy them.
Yeah, I mean,
last time I bought a shitload of pops from Hot Topic,
they were usually, but you have to buy 3 and you get.
I think it was 3 for $20.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you do at certain times, you can get them for
or 3 for $30 out.
Yeah, you get them for cheap.
$12.50 each, which is or buy 2 get 1 free. It was buy 2 get 1 free. Yeah.
Dude, you know what place has a really good selection of pops? FYE. Have you've been to one of those stores? You know what that is?
They're all closed here.
Oh man, yeah, we have one.
Last time I went to an FYE, I found Lopan Glow in a Dark edition from fucking what's it called? I just watched it. Big Trouble in Little China and one of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man where he's burnt.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I know FYE has some of the good shit. Unfortunately, the one that was in Roosevelt Center Mall is closed.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the one here at Irving Mall, I went in there and I'm like, God damn it! Like, this is the shop that I would spend all my money in because they've literally they went. Yeah, if I had money. They literally changed like their whole thing. It used to be all music and movies, and now it's 90% like T-shirts, pops, and action figures.
Oh, the FYE that was at the mall in Roosevelt Field was 90% movies and music, but the other 10% was a nice, thorough 10% of collectibles.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, it's all changed now out here to a point where, like,
I wish I knew that FYE when I was going out of business. I would have taken a bus there. You know, I would have found a way to get to friggin' Long Island to go there because I would have just bought a shitload of movies because they already had some decent prices on films. You know, some like you find like random weird ass shit for like $3. Like, I'll buy this. This is stupid. I'll buy this. Imagine getting that for like a nickel.
Yeah, that's when I was in California, there was a place called the Warehouse, and it was basically just music and movies, like a whole entire like store of nothing. It was like you have like just regular, not just a mom and pop music shop. Like, you have a Rasputin's or anything like that around you? No. Okay, I'm trying to think of what might be. Or you've seen Sam Goody stores in the mall before? You remember that name?
I miss Sam Goody.
Okay.
I bought a lot of shitty wrestling from Sam Goody.
So okay.
Along with a lot of CDs.
So you remember approximately how big a Sam Goody store was in the mall?
It depends. I mean, the one that we had was a really, really huge one.
Okay. Because, like, okay, if you went into a regular Hot Topic store in the mall, multiply that by 4, and that was the Warehouse. So
it's not big.
It was big for a record shop.
Well, you know, here in New York, we had some really big ones because I guess people like music. Because we used to have something called The Wall.
Mm-hmm.
It was a store. It was just pretty much normally the walls were just long, but they had a shitload of CDs. It was all just music. CDs.
Yeah.
What I remember, God damn, do you remember Suncoast Video?
Yeah, it was always connected. For me, it was always connected to Sam Goody.
Yeah, well, Suncoast Video was like the video version of what Sam Goody was to music.
Yeah.
Until Suncoast also had a lot of collectibles, you know? But that weren't like, that was before like the action figure craze really kicked up again. It was more like, you know, mugs and, you know, vinyl figurines and shit like that.
Yeah.
And stamps.
Interesting.
I have some Star Wars stamps.
That's cool. Yeah. No, the Warehouse store is now what is it? An AutoZone or whatever they turned it into it. And so I mean it was a decent sized thing. Like if you like I mean, again, like I said, the mall store, how it was elongated going backwards, but if you put at least 4 of them next to each other, I mean, it probably actually was even bigger than that if I think about it again. But when they closed down, I was like driving by there every week as they were getting ready, clearance sale, okay, 10% off, clearance sale, 25% off everything. I finally went in there when it was like 65% off, and I got like, let me look at my shelf here. I have I got the first 4 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I got them all for under $20 total out the door. I was so happy.
You know, here in Manhattan, years ago, there was a store called the Virgin Megastore.
Ooh, yeah, I know what that is. I've been to one in San Francisco.
Yeah. So there was one in Union Square Park, in that area, at least. And I enjoyed going there because I've gotten a few free things from them.
Nice.
Yeah, well, not for them, if anything.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, they were going out of business. This is after they've already given me a free copy of, what was it? Oh, Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
Yes, that shitty Dolph Lundgren film, which I actually went and saw a midnight movie of.
Nice.
And let me tell you, that movie stands up except for one scene.
It's not
when he's like on that little flying cart thing,
It's not a terrible
That's the only
movie.
thing that looked like shit in the whole film.
Yeah, it's not a terrible movie.
Oh my god, it's horrible in so many good ways. It's horrible for all the right reasons.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, when they were going out of business, of course, we're going to go there, and unfortunately, 20% off everything. It's literally your last week.
Yeah, come on.
20% off? And I'm sitting there like, do I want to buy these comics? Because they had a lot of the essentials back then. No, I'll try and buy them online. They'll still be cheaper.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about some of those places is like you're going on a clearance, you're having a clearance sale because you're going out of business and you want to get rid of some of your stock, but yet I can literally drive down the street to Walmart and buy the CD for cheaper or buy the DVD for cheaper.
Seriously, it's ridiculous. But I remember about a week earlier, I watched Seven Samurai.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, hey, they have it here, the Criterion Collection. I never even heard of Criterion at that point. I'm like, oh, this sounds cool. Comes with all this awesome shit. You know what? Fuck it, $40, I'll buy it because it's $50, right?
Yeah.
I'm buying that. I'm buying a book on Jack Kirby because fuck it, it's a book on Jack Kirby.
Nice.
Which, oddly enough, if I waited 3 years, I could have gotten for like $10 at Strand Bookstore, but that's neither here nor there. And the non-briefcase version of Blade Runner with 4 different versions of Blade Runner on it.
Nice.
So I think it was 2 $40 movies that would eventually come out to 32, 20% off each. The one movie 32, the book was 32 because it was a $40 book, and then what would be $40 for the Criterion Collection, right?
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to the guy, put my shit on the shelf, right? Fuck it, I'm about ready to spend $100. I know I am. Scans the book. Okay. Scans Blade Runner. Throws it in the bag. Throws both in the bag. Scans the Criterion Collection. Scans it again. Looks at it, shrugs, throws it in the bag. Tells me how much I pay. Okay. Leave the building. Look at my receipt. Realize that I got the movie for free.
Nice.
He probably didn't give a shit because he's out of a job soon.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So I thought I was going to spend $100. I only spent $60 and change.
That's awesome. Oh
yeah, that's a huge fucking difference to what you expect to pay.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear something funny about that warehouse music store? They actually had a booth aside from their checkout desk where you literally could walk up to an agent and buy tickets from Ticketmaster.
Oh, fuck.
Before the internet, dude. Before the internet. You can call in, but you can literally go to these Ticketmaster outlet booths at certain record stores. And this one happened to have one.
What pisses me off? You used to be able to actually go to a place that sold tickets.
Yeah.
You used to be able to actually go to the place that had the event to buy the fucking tickets.
Yeah. Or, you know what? Here, it's funny. In downtown Arlington, where the new Cowboy Stadium is, there's actually a StubHub building, like literally catty corner across the street, and you can go in there and actually, like, they actually have agents like at kiosks and stuff, and you can pick up your tickets the day of the game, so you don't actually have to go wait in the damn line at the stadium, which is kind of awesome. Most people don't even realize it because, like, usually, like, the StubHub or Ticketmaster in the past would leave stuff at will call if they didn't print it. You didn't print it or whatnot, but because they have the store right next, like literally next door, it makes it so much easier because there's an actual, like, it's in an actual strip mall, so there's an actual parking lot where you can park your car, go get your ticket, and figure out plan of action from there. Or you can go pick it up on any old weekday. It's open every day like a normal store would be. It's kind of awesome.
Okay, see, that's convenient at least. If you don't want to pay online, but you still want to get something from StubHub, and you want to go to a game, and the shit's like $5 before the game, you go into the StubHub.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if the game is busy, is already packed or whatnot, yeah, you can go in there and check to see if they actually have anything still left over. But if you don't have like a smartphone or something on you, or you just don't want to pay with a credit card over the phone or PayPal or whatever. Some people just don't have the stuff or don't want to do the stuff like that.
I refuse to use PayPal.
Yeah. So certain people are certain ways. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. That's actually how I got the tickets for Mania when I came out here for Harry and me. We wound up. I ordered the tickets through StubHub, literally the day of WrestleMania. We were going to all the other stuff out here, and I knew that they had standing room only tickets on sale for WrestleMania, and I literally bought it the Sunday of WrestleMania and picked it up from the StubHub right across the street.
Man, that's fucking
Yeah,
nice.
dude. It was awesome, and God, dude, the parking at AT&T Stadium is terrible. So legitimately, instead of paying like $70, it was like $70 to park in the actual lot at the stadium. So we said,
you get a blowjob with that parking lot?
yeah, I'm not paying to take the parking spot home with me. So no, what we wound up doing is
you get like a free chair with it too?
I know, that's what I thought, but no. But what we did was in the parking lot where the StubHub is, right next door, there is a guy who runs a car wash, and he was letting people park in the car wash. He closed the car wash down and was charging people $25 to park in the car wash. So safe to say, we parked the car wash and walked our asses in. So we literally paid the same price minus the fees on the StubHub tickets per ticket for standing room only tickets, and then paid for parking and got to go to WrestleMania. It was kind of awesome. So like literally for me was like parking and regular ticket was like not even $60.
Jesus.
So, but then, yeah. But again, we had to do standing room only, and we were in like the fourth deck, but we were looking straight down the ramp at the ring, so it was still pretty.
Hey, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah. The only downside to it was the pyro was right behind us.
It was also WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ooh, I went there.
Yep. So you put up with a little bit of pyro. They actually at least warned you about the pyro, though. They had a little like a police light that you'd see on the top of the old timey cars. You like put it out the window and put it on top. They had it.
Oh, that's good, because they didn't warn us when the Undertaker's pyro was going off at SummerSlam a couple of years ago. That shit was hot.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, we were also we're in nosebleeds, and we were still sitting there going, "That's warm."
Yeah, well, and the cool part about the AT&T Stadium, if you were standing up there, they actually had the ushers walk around and give you earplugs. I thought that was pretty awesome. I did not expect that at all. And had somebody walking around saying, "Here, this is the pyro section. You make sure you wear these if the lights will go on, so you can see when the pyro is going to go off." So as soon as the light went on, it was like, "Okay, put your earplugs in," and then the pyro goes off, and then when the match starts, you take them out because they're annoying to wear for 7 hours.
I don't know how you stood for that long.
Yeah, I don't know either. I have no idea how I stood.
I don't even stand that long at work.
I don't like to either. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. And I really didn't eat much that day too, so I was shocked that I'd.
Oh dear God, I'm about ready to faint for you.
Oh jeez. Oh man. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get a little.
Holy shit, we've been on the air that long?
Yeah.
No, actually we haven't.
We started late. Yeah, we started late. I'm starting to get a little,
wobbly?
Not necessarily wobbly. I'm just kind of in that blah mood where I'm like, part of me wants to I don't know. It's like I'm tired, but I want to go get a milkshake or something. I don't know. Plus, I also gotta. I started a load of laundry before we started recording, so I gotta make sure I take that out of there before someone steals my drawers.
I don't think that's gonna be your problem.
I don't think so either.
Wait, your laundry? What do you have? A laundry in your basement?
No, our complex is all spread out. And so we have one laundry room, which happens to be on the other fucking side of the facility. So I'd have to walk over there and whatnot. But they have I don't know, they got maybe 24 washers and 24 dryers, something like that.
My God, we got 3 in the basement.
Yeah, it's one place. I wish they would have done it where because there's a lot of dead space. Like there's a couple of spots where like nobody ever parks, but they have like parking structures. I wish they would have just built another little tiny building and put washers and dryers, just 5 in that corner of the complex, just so
you don't even need to put it in the building. Just put it outdoors.
Yeah, I mean, see, and you know what's funny? Because of that, like being on the other side of the complex, I try to do my laundry when I can, but I'm like all of a sudden sitting there thinking to myself, crap, like what happens during winter when it's like raining and I have to go take clean clothes back from there through the rain, and then all of a sudden my clothes are all soaking fucking wet again.
Don't dry your clothing.
Yeah.
Get a little dryer for your apartment, one of those little hanging dryers. I got one of those.
A hanging dryer? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, like little rack.
You're talking about just like an indoor clothesline kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not a clothesline. It's like a little rack thing.
Yeah.
You know, folds up when you don't use it. Mine hasn't folded up in years because I just leave it open.
Yeah.
So I keep clothing on it all the time, even when they're not, being cleaned. I got a dirty pair of pants on there right now.
It's kind of like the infamous quote unquote chair that everybody has with like random clothes and stuff on it.
That's my apartment.
Yeah. Yeah.
A pile of socks and where my pants are right now, which is on top of some art. In the living room, I have a marble table, shirts that I go through, a chair with socks and shirts that I go through. The bed used to have shit, but now it's just covered in DVDs. And that rack thing.
Nice.
No, it's not nice. Hell.
You're a hoarder.
Well, yes, but, only tier 1. I'm a level 1 hoarder, goddammit. Not that bad. Everyone thinks, I don't have a fucking floor. I have plenty of floor.
It's just covered by shit.
It's not. My shit's organized and not as bad as I have a floor. I have plenty of floor. I even have a carpet. It's almost clean.
No, I'm the same way, man. I have people think like I don't know, like I have.
Start taking photos of my apartment just to show people that I actually have a fucking floor.
I'm the same way. Where as long as I have a path from the bed to the door in the bathroom, that's all you need, man. When it comes down to it.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
No, I'm saying for myself right now, currently, I legitimately have a path from my bed to my dressers to the bathroom and the door to get out of the bedroom. Like that's my room. I still have boxes. I still have boxes that I have yet to unpack, and I've been here now almost 4 months. Because it's like
what excuse do you have?
It's boxes of junk. It's legitimately junk that I had in one of my dressers that's like I used as a junk drawer, so I threw it in a box. And it's like the other closet that I have, like the storage closet on the patio, is now full of crap too. So I'm like, God damn it. And it's like it's not like it's junk that I can just toss. It's junk that is like sentimental value type stuff, like photo album type stuff, old like tchotchkes I was given like from like my grandpa, who's no longer with us. So it's a lot of different things that most people would consider junk, but I keep it, and now I just gotta find a place for it. I finally got through all my books are now on shelves, which is awesome.
We really are hoarders.
Yeah. I gotta find a better way to organize my video game stuff, because right now the video game stuff, I do kind of have video games in boxes, but at least they're tucked away underneath the TV stand and such. But yeah, it still needs some work. My DVDs are barely organized between 2 shelves.
Oh, only 2 shelves, poor baby.
I know.
I have a bed covered in fucking DVDs I still have yet to watch.
How do you sleep at night? Do you like throw them onto another chair or table or something?
No, it's the bed in the living room, not in the bed.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? How the hell do you sleep?
I have a captain's bed, okay? That's what my dad wanted instead of a couch or a futon. He wanted a captain's bed.
Okay.
So that's what he had before he died. And now it's just become like a storage device inside and out.
I was just waiting for
the bottom three drawers, all CDs.
Nice.
The top three drawers, no, it's not nice. It's really not. That could be storage for something else, but no. The top three drawers are all wrestling VHSs, a lot that I made myself.
Yeah.
Which I might start getting rid of now because everything's on the fucking network.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, everything's on the network. Why do I need them anymore?
That's true.
Holy crap.
You know what you should do just for the sake
That's a revelation right there, man.
Huh.
Wait, is Chris Benoit on the network?
Some of it.
Shit, because I know I got a lot of Chris Benoit from 2001 to 2000 and, like, death.
I wonder, 2000 and death.
I forgot what year he died.
That's awesome. Oh, man. No, I just was thinking, like, you honestly, if you have certain things that, even if they're taped, I wonder if you'd be able to sell them on eBay and you might fetch a pretty penny for them just because they're like.
See, what I would like to do is I'd like to convert them into DVDs and get rid of the cassettes. DVDs are going to like keep it a spindle and mark them by year.
Yeah, no, that's true. Oh man.
Oh god, there's a lot of shit on those discs that probably don't need to be kept anyway.
Yeah. I didn't have too many of those. I really didn't have too many VHS recordings of things because either.
I used to record shit all the time. Like, oh, this match seems like it'll be good. Let me record.
See, no. Well, if I recorded stuff, it was always like it had to be taped over. Like that was like one of the things with my parents. It's like they didn't want to be overrun with tapes, so it's like if I wanted to record something, I had to record over one of the other things. So we
I had to do just too many tapes in my life.
Yeah, no. Speaking of vintage. How about vintage hacking, putting a piece of masking tape over the spot in the VHS tape where if it didn't have the plug there, it meant you couldn't record over it, but as soon as you put the piece of tape back over it, it would record over it again?
Oh, I never had that problem. I can record over most of my tapes right now.
Because they still have the tab?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
I never recorded tapes to the point, of breaking them.
Yeah, no, but it got to a point where every single videotape that we had probably had the tab removed on it, like purposefully, like right after we recorded something on it, just so somebody didn't record over it by accident, and then you had to put the piece of tape over it just to. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it worked. I'm trying to remember some of the. Shit, man. I somewhere around, I can't remember if my mom and dad still have it around the house over there. The old Disney VHSs in those plastic clamshells.
Oh, I still got a whole bunch. I got like 3 crates of clamshell VHSs.
My mom
selling some online for like thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm like, are you out of your mind? He's like, no, man, it's got the black diamond on it. I'm like, is that really, like, something people are going to pay for? Because I can get those Black Diamond VHSs at the dollar store.
Sometimes.
Like, I can get them for $1 at Salvation Army. Yeah,
some of them depend. It depends on how rare they are and how, like, widespread of a release it was. Because some of them, they released it one time, and then when they did the re-release, they just flooded the market with them. Like, so there's too many. Like, I want to say it was, like, one of the more expensive ones was like one of the original releases of like Beauty and the Beast or something like that. Or there's some of them like even like the Black Cauldron. Like I think that's another one that was fairly expensive.
Now that one I don't think I have on tape. I know I got that on DVD recently because I found it at Salvation Army for $3.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this Disney VHS worth money. There you go. Disney VHS worth money. And it all depends on what it is. Even freaking see, this is funny. Freaking Snopes has an article on the Black Diamond thing. That's hilarious. Let's see. Are your Disney videotapes really worth a gold mine? I mean, you could ask for whatever, but like eBay right now, there's some of them on here that are like people are asking for it. Doesn't mean they're getting it. That's the main difference.
Well, Oh shit! But like, you have some balls to ask for $8,500 for a fucking VHS.
Oh, dude, somebody has a Black Diamond Beauty and the Beast up there on some random website called Bonanza, and they're asking for $23,000 for it.
Okay, I'll sell you mine for a couple hundred.
Yeah. So, but
and I'll go to the Salvation Army and buy another one.
Yeah. It's just funny. So, let's see. What is it? Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, the Black Diamond Beauty and the Beast on eBay is valued at about $9,000. Let's see. There's a bunch of other stuff. Some of them actually have like people are selling them actually have the old advertisements and stuff that came in the tapes. With the.
Oh boy!
I know. I think that's funny. Like you see like old ass like.
That's one thing I miss from Blu-rays and DVDs. Not the advertisements, but fucking liner notes.
Yeah, fucking even going to old CDs and stuff. I love having the lyrics in there and the random pictures of the band like behind the scenes and stuff.
Seriously, like what the fuck happened to just like a little pamphlet that just had like the names of each fucking chapter in it even?
Yeah, and a lot of them don't even do that anymore. That's kind of sad. Huh.
Like, come on, that's just lazy.
Oh man. So never know. But yeah, hopefully. I mean, if you got any of those things, man, look them up and see. If you have the Black Diamond ones, we could look them up and see if they are they're selling.
Man, I just feel stupid thinking about that shit.
Yeah. I just honestly sometimes it's funny. Like you kind of wish once in a while like you may hit like a gold mine with something that you never thought.
Yeah, but it's like literally something I can find at the Salvation Army. I have found them, I think.
Well, if that's the case,
I've seen some Black Diamond cassettes there. I just don't know if it was Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, here I'm gonna look. I just typed in on eBay. I just typed in Disney Black Diamond VHS. I'm gonna go down to where it says sold items. I'm gonna hit sold listings. I'm gonna see how much people are actually paying for these things, if they're anything. So again, people say Black Diamond in their listings, so take it with a grain of salt. Beauty and the Beast, lot of 4 of them went for only $35. So I mean, it's overblown what people are doing. I don't know. Maybe it was a secondary release or something. I don't know. Dumbo had one from '85. It went for just under $60. These are like stuff from the 90s. So like movies that were released in the 90s on VHS. So, yeah.
$85 for an old VHS isn't unbelievable.
No, but then there's like, I mean, some of these things are like, again, I'm looking at it going, some of these things are selling like for $3. Like, so I don't know if there was something completely different than what everybody is talking about or what everybody claims is that super expensive one or the unicorn of VHS tapes.
VHSs, right? Yeah.
The Eleanors, for anybody who gets that reference. You get that reference?
Nice.
Hey, you get it. Yay. I was like, I don't know if he'd get that reference. It's like, it's one of those movies that not everybody likes.
Oh, Nicolas Cage can be a dick.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, most of the time these whatever quote-unquote Black Diamond ones aren't really going for what they're saying, but then again, you got people that are... And this is just stuff that was recently sold. And I'm looking at, like, May the 6th. So, I mean, it's crazy to think that anybody is trying to sell anything for anything over maybe $30.
$10?
Yeah, I mean, especially considering
you just buy the VHS and own it for $1 at any fucking shit show thrift shop.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I can understand if it was sealed and completely unopened. That makes sense.
Then what? $20, $30?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's the part. Like if you go to buy a vintage gaming system right now, like I'm just gonna for the sake of it, I'm gonna type in Super NES. It's just because I want one. Because I've never actually owned a Super NES. If you want the actual Super NES console right now. Let's see, what were they selling for? So a brand new, that's funny. Working clean, that's what I meant to say. Working clean, actual like functioning thing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 games and 2 controllers, $130.
Oh, that's not bad.
And part of me is like, damn, like even to me that seems expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean, you probably go to a used gaming shop or some sort of like. I'm sure there's a mom and pop one in Manhattan. Probably has one for $90.
Yeah, part of me like.
But you don't get the games with it, most likely.
Yeah, this one. There's another one here. It's got the NES. It's got 2 what looks like kind of bootleggy looking controllers for $50, but it's got nothing really else, nothing to it, just the console. So I mean,
you don't need anything else really if you got the console.
Yeah, I mean you can buy whatever.
Start from there.
So.
I mean, I only have 2 Super Nintendos.
God damn it.
I found one, remember?
Yeah, that's right. I do remember you saying something about that.
In box. The only thing missing was the game.
Huh.
Actually, I think it was more complete than the Super Nintendo I owned.
Nice. That's funny.
How sad is that?
Shoot, I had one neighbor one time with just had a box of stuff out in front of his house that said free, and it had a couple of Wii games, it had a Wii Fit board, and a copy of The Incredibles for the GameCube.
Wow.
And yeah, swooped on that. Yeah, so I mean, I have on the Wii. The Wii actually plays GameCube games, which is kind of awesome. But you need to have a GameCube controller in order to play those. And even on like the Wii U, you can play Wii games on the Wii U. The only problem is you will need to have a Wii controller. So I'm screwed either way. I still can't play my damn Wii games because my nephew sniped my controllers when he got his Wii U, and now I'm living here in Texas and he's in California with his mom. So.
Why did you let that happen?
Because he swiped them before he moved to Texas. Originally, when I was living in California and my sister moved to Texas, he had them with his Wii U because I gave him a bunch of games to play from my Wii. And all of a sudden, they moved, and I go, God damn it, I never got those controllers back. And
well, it's a good thing you live in Texas now.
Well, yeah, but they moved back to California.
What the fuck?
So I'm kind of like, I'm SOL.
It's like a day late and $1 short and get those damn controllers back.
Yeah, that's the fun part. So I mean, in all honesty, I could probably go on here on eBay or on what's it called, and just get a couple other ones if I wanted to for the Wii U's sake. Because I do have some games that I would like to play again still. But I don't have too many anymore because, again, like I said, my nephew swiped a bunch of them.
Oh, there you go.
So, but like I have Beatles Rock Band. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, we used the Wii at work for Just Dance.
Oh, cool. I was gonna say, do you have anything else? Because I have a Wii Fit board that I don't even know if it works, and I can't even test it to see if it works.
I wouldn't know. My mom has a Wii and a Wii Fit board, and she never uses the thing at all.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
I'm going to use it one day. I'm like, you're never going to use it.
No.
Like, it's a complete and utter waste for you. Why did you do that?
Yeah. Oh, well. Good intentions. That happens to the best of us.
Parents.
Well, not just.
What are you gonna do, right?
No, not just parents. I'm one of those people where like I did the at one point in time. One of my buddies was like, "Hey, if you want, you can borrow my my copy of what was it? The not Tybo. What was it? What was the other fad thing? God damn it! I can't think of one of those fad.
Oldies?
No, not that old. It was some other kind of thing where it was more of like a fitness kind of thing. It was trying to be more fun and different. And I was like, well, good intentions, borrowed it from him, and then forgot to give it back for like a month.
just a month?
Yeah, I said fuck that. I didn't even start.
Like, wow, man. Woo!
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, dude, I'm not a workout person.
You're horrible.
I'm not a workout person. I'm a more go play a game of badminton or basketball or whatever kind of person.
Yes.
It just makes more sense to me. I've never understood people who can just run for fitness just for the sake of running. Just, hey, I'm going to go out for a jog, and 2 miles later they're back. And I'm like, dude, that's torture. You want to torture me for a punishment? Like, seriously, I know people like
make me jog on a treadmill.
Yeah, seriously, like Chinese water torture.
To a cardiologist. Oh God, I gotta do a stress test.
No, it's one of those situations where I'm looking at it going like Chinese water torture, like the little drop on the forehead or whatever, constant dripping. I could probably tolerate that, but you literally put me out there on a soccer field and said run until you can't run anymore. I take 3 steps and fall down.
I'm done. You realize the only running that I ever do is for a bus.
True. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's the only time you're ever going to see me run.
I was going to say, I saw a bunch. It was funny. I was at a minor league baseball game one time, and it was one of those they always do little random promotions and things during the middle of the game.
Yeah, so people aren't bored with the actual game.
Yeah, because sometimes minor league games are shit. But they did one batter, and they picked whoever the batter of the day happened to be. They randomly pulled, and it happened to be like the shortstop in the number 7 spot. So if that guy happened to hit a home run for the next inning, beers would be buy one get one free. And sure enough, he happened to hit it, and I've never seen more fat people run the fucking concession stand in my life.
Yeah, just fat people, I'm sure. Drink beer.
No.
Just a stadium full of fat people.
Yeah, no, that'd be kind of funny if the stadium was all just fat people. But no, man, it was the funniest thing ever to see. All of a sudden, as soon as the ball went off the bat, like people are like just getting up out of their seat and running.
Free beer!
Yeah, and most of the time, especially at the minor league games, they're cheaper. They're not like $8; they're only like $5. So to get 2 beers.
Oh, you only pay $8 for beer in Texas?
Oh no, that was in California, dude. That was in for San Jose Giants. But again, they're maybe a little smaller for or whatever the smaller size was for $5. So to get 2 of them for $5 is kind of awesome for sure.
We only pay about $10.50 a beer here.
Yeah. Oh, dude, did you ever see that video that somebody did where they took the small beer and then the large souvenir cup or whatever it was or whatever, not necessarily the souvenir cup but the larger beer cup, and so they have small beer, large beer, and the smaller beer is like the size wise it's like maybe 2 inches shorter than the larger beer, but you don't realize that it's rounded, like it's a little thicker. So when you buy the large beer, he literally was able to take every single drop of the small beer, pour it into the large cup, and it fills the large cup. So they're charging, like certain ballparks have been doing that, and they got caught. So now it's to a point where they like have to make sure like all the large beers are in the souvenir cups now, or it has to be blatantly bigger, like. Because yeah, it was just ever so slightly, the cup was just a slightly different size. But it held the same amount of ounces as the small beer, and they got caught. And so, it was like I haven't heard anything about like class action lawsuit or something like that, because that's jacked up, dude. Like you pay $2 extra for a larger beer, thinking you're getting more, and you're not. That's false advertising. So.
Yeah, but who wants to like be like the one guy that sues them and be the martyr of Lushtud?
Yeah, I don't know. That's true, I guess.
It's like, congratulations, you noticed this because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Never hurt me. I mean, I don't.
No, you don't drink.
I don't drink, so at least not anymore.
I don't drink at stadiums. I don't feel like going broke.
Not to mention, like, You drink like 2 of those things, and then you break the seal, and then you have to go piss like all fucking game, and there's no point in going to the game then if you're fucking peeing and not watching anything.
Oh, that's why they should put like videos in each bathroom.
You would think, yeah. They sometimes they'll.
But it's like you hear the radio, in like when you're at the concession stand at least.
Yeah,
radio.
Sometimes they do that. Some places I've been the Oakland Athletic Stadium. They do. They play the radio broadcast in the bathrooms. But
yeah, the Yankees and the Mets do that in the halls when you're getting concessions, but not in the bathrooms themselves.
That's lame. That just seems logical.
Like, look, if I have to pop a squat really bad, I want to still know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, because you're probably, depending on how long you take, you could miss a half an inning, you could miss 2 full innings. Because it depends.
You miss the game.
Hell, yeah.
Runs.
Yeah, yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on that, too. Shit.
At that point, you need the pens.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Don't do that joke. Granted, it was a bad joke, but don't do that joke.
Shoot, what was it? It's always funny. Every single time think about stuff like that, my dad was always talking about investing in one of those ballpark buddies. You ever heard of those?
No.
Basically, it's a plastic bag with a hose that basically goes to a catheter. And you just pee while you're sitting at your seat, and it literally keeps the bag strapped to your leg.
Yeah, let me just start doing that now. Get ready for it when I'm older.
I was like, really? He's like, hey, I don't have to get up. I'm like,
hey, I'm a fucking slob.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah, he never bought it, but he always talks about it.
Big dogs, I'd have to meet him and hit him.
Yeah, he always used to talk about that stuff. That and you ever seen the binoculars that actually are a flask?
No. No, yes, I have.
I thought that was pretty ingenious. It literally it looks like binoculars, but
are you that much of an alcoholic that you can't go 10 minutes without a fucking shot?
Shit, man. Beforehand, it was one of those things where it didn't matter. Like, they would pat you down or whatnot, and you could keep the flask in your pocket or whatnot, in your suit coat or whatever, people or jacket pocket going in. Now they freaking pat you down on everything, dude. Like, you could probably get away with it too, because they probably, in all honesty, they can make a flask out of plastic, and you can just keep it on your person and don't put it in the thing. But so I'm sure people get stuff in like that, but it's just funny to think about, like, different things that people did back in the day, and ever since 9/11, you can't really do anymore. You can't even bring a freaking backpack into the game. Like, it has to be a clear plastic bag now. It's so dumb. Like, I remember going, like, if I went to the game with, like, my grandparents or something like that, it would be, my grandma would make, like, a shit ton of sandwiches for everybody who went, and we'd have so many sometimes that, like, we'd try to find somebody around us if they were hungry.
Hey, dude, want a sandwich? Yeah, sandwich.
Yeah, so we'd have, like, bunches of just homemade turkey sandwiches. We'd bring in cans of Coke. Dude, yeah, it was fun, man. It was one of those things where you didn't have to spend a shit ton to go to a ball game. Now it's like some places don't even let you bring in outside food anymore.
Let me some.
There's some places like you can bring like like at the Oakland Coliseum to Raiders games, to A's games, you can bring stuff in, but it has to fit. Like, they have a specific style of bag, and you can only bring one in per person, and it's like literally the size of a bag you'd bring to the grocery store, like the canvas bags, but it's clear plastic. So you could still bring stuff in, but you can't bring in cans. Hell, they don't even like having bottles at some of these games. Like, if they do give out bottles, like at the concession stands, they will legitimately take the cap from you.
Yep.
Because they're afraid you're going to throw a full bottle at somebody. And I'm like, really? Like, to me, that makes no sense, especially in case, like, my dad, who walks with a cane, who needs the cap on the bottle so he can put it in his pocket so he can have the cane in one hand and grab the handrail to go down the staircase in the other.
He's not allowed to do that. You shouldn't just get up.
Yeah, so it's certain things. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like, I mean, granted, my mom did get hit in the head with a bottle one time from somebody in the upper deck threw a bottle, and it hit my mom in the head, and she had to go get touched up at the little medic station at the Coliseum.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was just random. Somebody from the upper deck just tossed a bottle, which they only sell bottle stuff, like actual like beer bottles, in like 2 places, and they're technically not supposed to even be like walking out of there with anything. They have to stay in those bar areas, and somehow one managed to get out and having to hit my mom in the head.
Damn.
So, but like a hockey player, she would return and watch the rest of the game. She actually got a standing ovation when she walked back from our section. It was pretty funny. So, yeah, damn, dude, I miss going to games. I haven't been to a game in a while now. Shit.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 years since I've been to a ball game. I do need to go back. I was tempted to give blood when I was passing by the mall a couple of days ago, just to see if they were giving out free tickets to games.
Oh, that's cool. Usually, if they have blood drives anywhere that I've been to, it's like, here's a coupon for like a free taco at Taco Bueno, or here's a Red Cross T-shirt.
I would take a Red Cross T-shirt. That sounds cool.
Yeah, they're not bad, but
Come on, I'll just be like, it's a Cesaro shirt, just a really cheap
one. That's awesome. Totally wouldn't have thought of that. That's good.
See, that's why you have me.
Yeah.
Help me with these things.
That's funny. Oh man. All right, I'm calling it. I'm saying I'm gonna go to sleep here soon. All right. So.
Time of death, 1:24 a.m.
All right. So yeah, if you haven't by now, hit that subscribe button or the bell or whatever the hell YouTube.
You're not going to, so we get it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think we actually have like, I don't know, maybe 4 if we're lucky.
Does that count me too? And you?
You, me, Harry, and maybe one other person, which is not Aaron. I know it's not Aaron. So we at least have one person who listens to us and gets our updates all the time.
Except for the recent episodes.
Yeah, I put them up there.
I know, they're just not listening to them.
Oh, yeah.
I just checked. The most recent one had no views.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I gotta use better tags or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like wrestling.
Yeah, I do. I usually put WWE and whatever the hell we happen to talk about that day or whatever.
Yeah, like WWE, WCW, WWF,
yeah.
ECW, ROH, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Eat shit and die, eat shit and live.
Shit. Oh, man. Well, you can find Scott NDX on Instagram just by typing.
You can, but do you want to?
Well, I would hope so. It would be helpful for you.
I hope so too, because I haven't been getting many views on my art, and I don't know if it's because it's just really shitty lately, or I'm just not there anymore. No one likes me.
No, I'm liking your artwork.
I know, but it's just you.
No, I see Tomas and Brian once in a while on there liking
what
your stuff.
happens to me? Like, he doesn't he's like too busy with the claw to deal with like real things.
Yeah, Brian is Brian.
Brian's not even there right now. It's got to be heaven.
Yes, it is. I love it. It's quiet. It is very quiet. I like it. Oh, man. Yeah, he comes back tomorrow. So, yeah.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was bad. He got screwed. He had to change his flight. Spirit Airlines fucked something up again. Dude, don't ever fly Spirit Airlines. Like, I've now...
I'm never going to fly.
Yeah, dude. Anybody out there who
it's
have...
like, 371 pounds. Do I really want to get on a plane?
Dude, yeah, Spirit Airlines fucking sucks. On the way back from WrestleMania, they wouldn't let us print to print our boarding passes from from one of the hotel computers. We couldn't access it even from our phone. Something was wrong with the system. So when we got there to go print them out from the kiosk, it said you have to go to the desk itself, which if you get them printed out from the desk, it costs you an extra $10, which is bullshit. So we did that. We did that on the way out. We did that on the way out, and then on the way back it was the same problem. And then we got there, and we wound up. It took way too. If we would have gotten in the damn line to go through security, if we would have had the passes printed out ahead of time, we would have barely just made it. But instead, we missed our goddamn flight, and we had to on the way back take a flight and wait in the airport for 12 fucking hours.
Oh my god, that wow, you got scammed.
Yeah, that was and on top of that, we had to pay for the change in the flight, which is bullshit.
What?
Yeah, and then
suing the fuck out of them right now.
Well, and then Brian, literally, I dropped him off at the airport on Friday morning. He got there. I dropped him off there maybe 5:45. His flight wasn't supposed to leave till 6:30. He has the boarding pass on his phone. TSA fucking stopped him and said, "Hey, we can't scan this here. You'll have to go check at the desk to get an actual printed boarding pass." And by that time, he'd already waited in the TSA line for like 30 minutes, so his flight was about to literally like boarding and about to close. So they basically told him, "Hey, we can put you on the next flight. It's tomorrow." And he's like, "Well, fuck that. Give me my money back." And they're like, "Well, we can't give you your money back, sir, because there's no refunds on this because it's too late in the process. The best we can do is give you $20." It's like, it's ridiculous, dude. They're fucking horrible. Wow. They're absolutely fucking horrible. So I
would have called the credit card company and be like, "Yeah, cancel this."
Yeah, that's what I told him. I told him the same thing with that. It's like, hey, you got to make sure you get on that, because if you can get that canceled, put a stop payment on that, and have your bank deal with them, all the better. Because you can tell them exactly what you had, put it in writing, tell them exactly what happened, and say like, "Hey, they wouldn't let me on the plane. I was there, and they made me late for whatever it was." Or yeah, dude, they're fucking horrible. I will never fucking fly them again.
Yeah, they sound like scumbags.
Yeah, well, I flew them. I flew them when I came to WrestleMania here in Dallas. I flew them, and on the way back, the way out, no problems. On the way back, it was like 2 in the fucking morning, flying out of Dallas and flying back to Oakland. Legit. I get on the plane. They're going through the pre-flight instructions on seatbelts and all that crap. I fall asleep. I wake up 2 hours later. We're still sitting on the goddamn tarmac. I was so pissed because I figured, cool, 2 hours of sleep, maybe an hour awake, and then I'm back home. So I fell asleep, and then I wound up having to be awake for. We didn't actually leave for another hour, so we sat on the tarmac legitimately for 3 hours, and then I had to sit through the whole 3-hour flight home to California at the time, wide awake, with like slim to no battery power left on my phone. So I was pissed. I was fucking.
They don't have like chargers on the phone?
No, Spirit is like a la carte airlines. It's like literally, it's cheapy fucking airlines. If you have, it's like you pay for the flight, and if you don't want to bring a bag with you, it's like it's something that if it can fit in your lap or under the seat in front of you, it's free. If you want to do a carry-on, it's like an extra $25. If you want to do you could do 2 carry-ons, it's an extra $50 or whatever. It's like a la carte thing. So if you want like the cheapest flights possible, you can. That's the way to go. But their customer service is fucking terrible. They're it's absolutely fucking horrendous. I'd rather pay, now that I've had the problems with them, I'd rather pay the extra $50 for a flight on Southwest or American.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And not deal with Spirit anymore. So, yeah.
There goes our endorsement deal with Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, fuck those guys. So, all right. Well, on that note, Girl Blood Radio on Instagram and Scott NDX on Instagram. Go add him, like his stuff. Also, Two Fat Guys NYC with Scott and Tomas. Hell, what is it? Why don't we plug his Instagram too?
Kylo Renegade.
There you go. Might as well. So we're always talking about him. Might as well. And again, since we haven't done it in a while, horrorsonline.proboards.com.
That's horrors with an H.
HORRORS. Horrors, not horrors. Horrors, as in movies. Like scary movies.
That was horrible.
Yeah, scary movies. So Dave will be happy with us if you ever talk to him. So, hey, are we gonna do? Well, I know we're getting to summer here, so the movie thing's coming up here in a couple months. Are we gonna end up doing a animated August this year? You think?
I'd like to.
I think that'd be fun. So.
Yeah, even if it's just the two of us.
Yeah, I think, dude, I think Dave would be cool with that and have it be something where, dude, like the fucking the little icon picture thing should be like Astro Boy or something.
Or, of course, you go right to the anime.
Or, hell, I mean, it can be anything for the love of God. That's the first thing that popped in my head. It could be Popeye for all I care. So, I don't know. But, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to do animated August and then go right into the September stuff. And, yeah, sci-fi. Yay,
sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do it again this year, with depending on my schedule and stuff. So, cool. All right, then. Well, anything else before we sign off?
Baba Ganoush.
Baba Ganoush. All right. Have you tried shawarma? Sorry.
I have not.
Okay. I haven't either. But, yeah. I happened to see that clip again. And so I was like, oh, God. They're all acting all quiet and not knowing what the hell to talk about in the shawarma place. And Avengers. All right. Well, on that note, for Scout NDX, I am Daniel Correa. I'm going to bed. Good night. Bye.
Yeah, you do that.
See ya, Scott.
Bye, Scott.